Hey guys, welcome back to another Pokemon Sun and Moon Top 5 video. Last countdown we looked at some of the worst things in Sun and Moon. The link to that and more videos like these are on the screen if you missed it. Today we'll be looking at some of the best things in Sun and Moon, such as features and concepts that made Pokemon Sun and Moon amazing. To help me with this video, I'm joined by JPRPokeTrainer98. I also worked with him on a video on his channel with the top 5 trials in Pokemon Sun and Moon, so be sure to check that out. Lastly, be sure to leave your own top 5 best things in the comments section below. I'm sure we'll have some different lists, so we'd love to hear your thoughts. Game Freak took a big risk with Pokemon Sun and Moon by completely stripping the game of the traditional 8-gym challenge and replacing it with the Island Challenge. Removing such an integral part of the game would in all likelihood be taken with a lot of backlash from the community, however this is not the case at all. Game Freak executed it perfectly. I've yet to hear a single complaint about the new format, and it really is a breath of fresh air for the franchise, taking a break from the gym-to-gym format. The new trials that make up the game are all unique and special in their own way, with memorable trial captains, kahunas, totem Pokemon, and experiences. From Mallow's suggestive trial to that goddamn wishy-washy, the Island Challenge is a welcome change.
Alright, so number 4 on this list is going to be the story. The main storyline of Sun and Moon is probably my second favorite in the whole series after Black and White. I can't spoil too much of it because there's still plenty of people who haven't completed the game, so I'll try to be as vague as possible. I like how the story has a clear focus on legendary Pokemon and their relations to the Alola region and Ultra Beasts. It was a nice change considering that the only times we heard about Xerneas and Yveltal and XY was through casual conversations that you quickly forgot about 30 seconds after they happened. Not only that, but the characters are developed brilliantly in Sun and Moon as the story progresses, the best one being Gladion in my opinion. Again, trying not to step on spoilers too much, so I'll just leave it at that. The bottom line is that Sun and Moon has one of the most entertaining and memorable stories in the entire series.
Similar to Mega Evolution in Gen 6, Z-moves are an integral battle mechanic that Game Freak implemented in Gen 7. I'll be 100% honest, I was one of the biggest skeptics of Z-moves even just as Pokemon Sun and Moon were released. While I still love Mega Evolution much more, Z-moves have grown on me immensely since the game's release. In addition to the hilarious dances, which I did in real life, and that was a whole other fiasco, these moves are all quite unique and just badass. Every move just leaves you looking at the poor opponent saying to yourself, damn, they were just demolished. Aside from the wow factor that these Z-moves bring to the table, the strategy involved can also be quite interesting since you're limited to only one Z-move per battle, especially in battle royales.
Number 2 goes to Pokepelago. Honestly, I didn't think I'd be using this feature much when I first heard about it, but as soon as I unlocked it, it quickly became one of my favorite features. You start off just growing a small amount of Pokebeans every day, but it eventually leads to you being able to develop more isles. On these isles, you can grow massive amounts of berries, which is always useful. You can uncover all kinds of treasures like stones, shards, and other valuable items. You can level up and even EV train your Pokemon. Take it from me, this feature is especially useful when you just want to go to sleep and wake up with a strong Pokemon. And last but not least, you can put Pokemon in the hot springs to increase their friendship. And something the game doesn't tell you is they can put up to 18 eggs in the hot springs to hatch them all at the same time. There's even some evidence out there the Pokemon hatched in the springs may have a higher chance of being shiny. Although developing all the isles to their maximum potential may be a little challenging, in the end you have one heck of a useful feature on your hands.
HMs were one of the most dreaded and antiquated features of the Pokemon franchise. No one liked HMs, no one wanted HMs, they were just clunky moves that took up valuable move slots or even entire party slots. I'm looking at you, Hoenn. Finally, in Gen 7, Game Freak trashed this old mechanic for the much better Pokeride feature. Not only is this so much more useful, however, it's just flat out cool. Being able to ride on a handful of Pokemon in the overworld is awesome, and takes the novelty we had a taste of in Oras with Latios and Latias and expands on it even further and makes it even more useful. I'm ecstatic that this has been put into place, and I genuinely hope HMs never make a return. Good deal, Game Freak. And that's about that. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you're new, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. Also, be sure to check out the top 5 trials video I did with JPR over on his channel. The link is on the screen. Thanks for watching.